It's too bright. I'll keep it here. Guys, today we're painting an Ettin. All right. It it is just a big old two-headed ogre pal. So we are going to try and see if this angle works, and we're gonna get rolling. So let's see, what color do I want this Ettin to be? Well, I'm gonna try and do like a sickly green. Man, that does still look bright. What if I turned it off? It really doesn't do that much. It doesn't really change anything. It makes my screen a little more bearable, but I'll put it back on for now because it actually helps me. So I want this Ettin to be kind of like a grayish. Oh, these are gunmetal. But oh, these are the ogre zombie paints. No. Where are my real paints? Yeah, bro, it was wild. Yeah, man. Dude, I can't believe he's gonna be 3. That's insane. That is bonkers. We got dark sea green, which I never used for the slad. Yes, I know I'm timed out due to activity over here. Also, we're not doing no copyright sounds anymore. We need to shake up the music because I painted with the red slad. I painted to one of those like inspiring ambient background things, and I swear to God, it made me paint better. Made me paint better. Oh, library liked videos. Good thing you guys can't see my history. It's how to zoom in with a webcam on Streamlabs. How to crop something on Streamlabs. Liked videos, please. Oh, it's right here. I mean, I do like the soundtrack, but let's switch. Also, let me know if I'm too quiet because I find that playing back, I mumble so much. I mumble so freaking much. You know why? Because I kind of have the one ear off. I can't tell if I'm too loud. I got the mixer over here. I can turn me up. All right, guys. Now we're gonna actually paint for real. Now we're gonna actually paint. You gotta go to the setting off stream and bring up the contrast a bitch to not have it washed out, but it looks good. Oh, okay. Well, so I did all this in real time. Okay, like a true pro. So if I go to properties here, oh, he's moving. Hey, buddy. You changing positions for the people? Oh, there he is. He's dark. I need like different lights on him, man. Yeah, he is a long boy. He's a retired racer. We got him in West Palm. He stopped racing in 2018. So configure video. And let's look at contrast. Is that the right way? Is it the right way? You know, sometimes I think the camera, this is a Logitech Pro C9 2 whatever. I don't think it likes the Streamlabs settings. I think that I'd have to go into like the Logitech software and mess with it, which is a pain. I literally just bought a second one. It's the camera that I've been using for this the whole time. And this camera was actually my phone for a while when I was trying to do the 2-camera setup, but I like my phone. I want to use it. And also I found out that it was just weird with the 3rd camera, so I just bought a second one. Whatever. It seems like I'm going to use it in the future. All right. What about... Oh, you know what? That looks good. Chris, you're a genius. Look at how stark that is. That might actually not look good. I don't have the eye for it. If my wife was here, she'd be like, what are you doing? Oh, it's so spooky. The model is kind of hard to see, but I'm assuming, that should get better with paint on it. Yeah, it's like, what is it, the Lark setting? Or Juno or whatever. Did I figure? Dark sea green. Give me a dark gray and a light gray. Do I have the underdark gray? Underdark gray. Those are purple. That's what happens when all my paint is top down. Underdark gray. Underdark gray from Army Painter. And all these paints are from the Red Slad Paint Night Kit, which are from Vallejo. So what does this dark sea green look like? This looks so freaking gray. That looks so gray. What are you talking about? Dark sea green. Who invented colors? It's gray. Take it from me. I studied music in college. All right? Take it from me. Underdark gray. So let's put this over here. And sometimes I don't like how these ones show up on the model, unfortunately. Hello? We good? Cool. Give me some of that, and then give me a little bit of... I'm going to have some bone white and off-white open. And get ready to be inspired by our inspiring music. I still don't know how copyright works on Twitch, but here we go. Okay, so the skin is going to be this dark gray. Here we go. Wow, that's dark. Ooh, do we really want to do that? Do we really want to do that? Yeah, we do. We really want to do that. Oh, we like it. All right. Clean that. Actually, I should have two. I should have two brushes going. So give me that, and now give me some of this Underdark gray, right? And let's see. Let's see. We're just base coating. Just base coating, just working a little bit of it in. Ooh, let's take a little bit more over here because we need to balance that out. Wow, that is a very, very powerful color. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is eating up everything we are throwing at it. Ah, yikes. Big whoopsie. We have a gray boy. He is so gray. All right, let's wash this for a second. Let me take a heap of the off-white. Just a heap of it. Yeah, get it in there. No wrong answers, everybody. We are going to brighten this boy. What if the color we end up with is literally the color of the primer and it looks like I didn't do anything? Wouldn't that be hilarious? And just grab a touch of this dark, and let's mix some mud. Let's mix some mud. A little bit more here. Grabbing around the edges here, around the edges. A little bit more. Let's remind the model that the dark is here to play. Dark is here to play. And it's all still wet, so it can all be worked. Work it right in. You see the skin tones there. It's... See, a little darker over there, and you see the crevices there. Nice foggy color. Yeah, I don't want to put, you can only work it so much. It's a mini, so... You put enough paint on it, and then all of a sudden you're obscuring a lot of detail. But I like these big monsters because you got a lot to work with, and it's really just skin. A lot of it is just skin tone. Give me some of the Underdark gray. We can come back with a little bit of white as well, because we definitely want to highlight this sucker. The Underdark gray is almost like a brown compared to this, which is kind of cool. And you know what? I'm not washing. I'm just mixing everything. Is my dog licking the couch again? I think he's licking his hand, his little paw. Yeah, every now and then just sneak that black back in there. Or it's not black. I guess it's dark gray, very dark. Oh, well, technically it's green. All right. Give me some of this here. Why? My external keeps disconnecting and reconnecting itself. It's USB plugged in, and I don't know why it's been doing that. I think it's the one it's plugged into, but it just makes it with the cameras. It's not plugged into its typical one because I needed that one for the cameras. All right. I get it. I think the only thing the external has going for it for this stream is literally the image overlay that has all of my links, or all my ats and stuff. There we go. Phew. Let's see. Give me some bone white here. Now, this is where the magic will happen. As we fold it in. Let's turn that contrast up a little bit more, huh? Is that the key to... Is that the key to a great image here? What else can we do? Oh, that's too much. Yeah, that's fine. What about the... What do all these mean? What is saturation? What is sharpness? I don't see a difference. I don't see a noticeable difference. White balance. White balance doesn't want to move. Okay, let's do that. Can't waste too much time. Don't want this to dry too fast. Because I'm trying to work in that off-white. Remember that? Oh, the bone white. In the bone white, see, like right here. Yeah, if I wait too long, then it's gonna be that's the color we're going with, and I don't want that. Back to the dark. Dog flip. I'll take a different brush for the bone white. Take a little bit of bone white right across the knuckles here. Don't want it to be too flat. Shy just got home from work. Yay. Oh, it's Thursday. Oh my god. It's freaking Thursday? Oh my god, we have a long weekend. Normally that should be exciting. Oh, shoot. Thanks, Ian. Our stream still says Yu-Gi-Oh! That's a little misleading now, isn't it? I know exactly how to change that. Well, it does say Speed Duel deck profile with Lucas mini painting after. So I guess it's not that misleading. Alright, we should be able to go to edit, and then we're playing Art, my favorite game. Sometimes I wish that Art could be a little more specific. I was trying to find other mini painters to watch the other day, and it's like, you know, art is art. I mean, there were some great streams. Digital art, a lot of drawing, you know, hand painting stuff, which is cool. Super cool to see. But I was particularly looking for minis, and it was kind of hard to find, you know? But I digress. Let's get a little more, bone on this one. Search under tags, not categories. Oh, tags. Right. I should probably have mine with tag. There's a tag for miniature painting. I'm such an idiot. Now I know. I let this dry a little too much, and now we kind of have a tanner leg. Well, you know, it's okay. So this arm is way too dark. What? Excuse me. Please, can you calm down with your dark arms? Defense against the dark arms. Yeah, you're gonna need a little bit. Let's get a little. Let's kind of wet it with some of this gray, and then wash. How do I add tags to my stream? I just rely on good people like you retweeting the stream. We're at twitch.tv/rookstable, and we add a little bit of the brown. Well, it's like a tan brown. Oh yeah, right there on that arm. Work it, work it, work it, work it. But then back to here. Dog cam. Yep, there he is. There's Toki D. Toki the dog. All the kids are doing it. I was like, I have a third camera. Yes. You know what? Yes. That's the play. That's the play. It's the dog. It's always been the dog. It's never been me. Dog Cameron, yeah. No, we have the cam, the mini cam, the dog cam. And some of these legs did not hit the tanner like the rest of this model did. Come on, come on. I don't want too much where it's like bizarre, but it's got a... Well, I mean, another thing about monsters, which is cool, is like, you know, they can be dirty, you know, dirty old monsters. It's not like we're playing shining armor over here. So I think that at the end of the day, as long as you can see the depth of the skin tone, then we got a pretty good skin tone. Yeah. And then we can come back with some highlights, some more highlights. So it looks weird right now because obviously everything else is still the gray prime. Toki is rotating. No, he's right there. Hey, Toki. Toki. Oh, he's not budging. Oh. I forgot that one's on a delay. That one's on a delay. You're okay, pal. I love you. Oh, okay. I'll go back to sleep. What am I looking at for? Let's do some browns here. Browns. Oh, the feet. Duh, the feet can be... Oops, did I wash this brush? I don't know. Dark feet. Take those dark spots and red them a bit. It can look like blood soaked. I thought about the blood. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about the red, like the blood on the clubs. Whoa, that's a lot of dark here. Also, I should have set this camera up better because I can't tell if I'm in 1080p 30 or 720p at 60. Let's get over here. And we just spill this color all over the base because it doesn't matter. We'll paint the base. I swear to God, external, stop disconnecting and reconnecting yourself. You guys can probably all hear that, right? The desktop audio probably catches that. All right. These feet are dark. Give me some of this bone white. Work some bone white in. We can, yeah. Oh, also just remembered I have my alert box for the longest time wasn't working, but I got it fixed. I just had to, what was it, disable hardware acceleration or whatever. Like literally none of the YouTube videos tell you that. It was like the deep, dark pits of YouTube where I figured that out. And now I got the chat box in the corner. So I just leave my external unplugged until I needed it. Yeah, I mean the laptop has enough space where I can just like put the whole stream on. In fact, it probably is easier that way. The external is mostly games, and it's honestly every export I do for Rook's Table, it's on there. I don't know why I'm holding on to those. I deleted like everything from 2019 already because if I really needed the video, I could just download it from YouTube. But for some reason, I'm like, I just have that thought that's like, what if it's gone forever? And then you lost your external? Yeah, that's rough, buddy. That is tough. I just keep mine on the desk. I never take it anywhere. If I'm taking the laptop somewhere, it's got all the games that are multiplayer. Everything that's any sort of multiplayer where I would take it somewhere for any reason is on the system. External is all single. It's like Witcher and Tomb Raider and stuff. And let's get some of that red out. Yeah, I like that idea. We can keep working at that before we get into the browns for some of the clothing. Clothing is another monster. Let's get, you know what'll work here? It will be the black red. Same with the red slad. Black red is I loved this color. Really dark color here. Very nice. All right, now we can't go crazy with it though. So let's take a lot off it. Take a lot off of it, and just like, you know, like a little bit of, just kind of put it, just kind of work it in, and just, yeah, it's just kind of. A little bit of the gray. A little bit of this dark. bit more of the dark. A little too red over here. A little too red. I do like these monsters. There is just so much room to work with. You don't feel like you're crowding or you're overpainting anything really, because there's just so much love to give. What is this focus? Oh, hey, look at that. See, this is actually how close I want it eventually, when I figure out the focusing really, because it's pretty nice. His back legs are a little dark. Oh, did I close the bone white? Gotta get a camcorder for that, not a webcam, but that's expensive. Yeah. Yep. Not there. Alright. Yeah, but even if I just paint it, the problem is holding it here and remembering forever. All right, so it's a little bloody. It's a little wild. Give me should do the faces. Faces are where you got to be careful though, because this is where you can obscure detail. Do I have everywhere where there is skin? Yeah, I think so. Rigid leather brown. That's the one. Oh, Rhinox hide, actually. We'll use that. I think I have rigid leather. Or do I have leather brown over here? Yeah, this leather brown is nasty, though. You do not like how this looks. It's like a yellow. This one is leather brown. You gotta really shake that one. Rhinox hide, my tried and true brown. One I use for everything. It's really dark. 'Tis very dark. Same thing here. We're going to use the rigid leather for most of this, but then we're just going to like pop in with the leather brown and work some of that in. So let's start with the back here, the back of this skirt. Whoops. So okay. Give me the leather brown. Does that look like super focused in? Almost looks like the light brown is like coming through too much. Look at this ass. Look at this ass. Let's try that. He did poop the pant. Dude, oh my god. The rigid leather alone looks very suggestive. Something happened here. Hey, Shy. Welcome home. Forgot it was Thursday. It's already Thursday. It's already Thursday. The turd giant approacheth. This is an Ettin? This is an Ettin? What's the difference? Oh, I didn't think you were going to ask me that. There's still some gray spots under there. This is an Ettin, Ettin. I think that I saw it in World of Warcraft once. It's like an ogre. Giant ogre. That's a skull, so that won't be brown. We'll paint that something else. And the little pouches? What do you want to... Oh. Let's go into the foot wraps. For fun. He's very intimidating with a double head and double weapon. I love painting the monsters right now. It's just a lot to look at. The monsters are super interchangeable with anything you're going up against in D&D. I said this on the last stream, but I got a vacation in July with my wife's family who are very into D&D, and I haven't played in a while, and I'm going to try and DM, and I'm just going to show up with like a suitcase full of just minis. Oh, no, I don't want this one, actually. A Gogre. A Goker. Goker sounds like Goku and Joker. What does that look like? I feel so inspired right now. This music. I'm gonna cry. I think I'm going to keep this brush, actually. We got to really get around these wraps now. Replace the weapons with yogurt tubes. You've got a Gogre with Gogurt. Oh, man. Please tell me that this one is cotton candy. I honestly couldn't tell you another Gogre flavor. That's the only one I remember. That's the only one I loved. One was like strawberry kiwi, right? I remember strawberry one, strawberry kiwi. Yeah, kiwi. I'm so sorry, kiwi. You can't stand up on your own. You need strawberry to come in and help you be a flavor. I usually have my base holder out too for these, but this one is also, it's too big. It's too big. It doesn't fit. This music reminds me of, literally no joke, when I was in college, we did a lot of trips, like, I'm thinking like spring break trips and stuff, and other trips, but of course we drove everywhere. We'd go to like Myrtle Beach, or we went down to a beach in Georgia once for a week and stuff, and even trips that I think of that I drove to Florida with family, I always opted for like we would leave at like midnight, one in the morning, and I always volunteered to be like the 1 a.m. to 7, like sun peeking over the 8 a.m. Get breakfast, and then I'm out in the back. I always volunteered to do that one, and literally, this is the music I'd listen to from like 1 a.m. to 7 because everyone else was sleeping. So it's just dark road, no one else on the road. It was super chill. I don't know, that's just what I like. Yeah, why isn't kiwi its own flavor? I don't think it's kiwi needs a PR stunt. New Zealand likes kiwi. They got birds. Did you know that the kiwi bird... Okay, this is a total fact that I know that I thought I read or heard from someone 6 years ago. Made up number as well. The kiwi bird is 2 pounds. A kiwi bird is 2 pounds. Okay, follow me. Kiwi bird's 2 pounds. Are we there? You guys grasp that fact? All right. The kiwi bird egg is 1 pound. What? What? Is that real? That's what I heard. Probably it was like middle school. I love the feeling. I tend to be the person that does those red-eye driving shifts for Doghouse. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I do like those zen drives, man. You know? Nothing to do but drive. Driving is like the one thing where it's like, all right, I can't possibly multitask here. It's just impossible. Just listen to the music and just chill out for a second, you know? Because, like, what has life become? Everything that I do has to have something else in the background, or even this. What am I even doing right now? I'm painting? A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I wouldn't have thought I was doing this. I remember the days, you know, if this was 2 years ago, I'd be playing Resident Evil right now. I'd do shit a whole man. Yeah, I wonder how that, like, do they die? Is it like when a bumblebee stings you? Is it like, I have given everything for this little kiwi egg? I hear they're delicious. No, I don't know if that's true. Okay. Yeah, the beards are going to be brown too, right? What a pain in the butt this is, though. Because I got to keep it here. And... oh, that's red. That'll be like a color. That's like a... Actually, definitely have a better brush than this. Oh, the dog cam. Look at him. He's so out. This is all he does. That's his favorite couch. Can't multitask other than playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Wow, nice plug. Way to plug your game. Did you develop that? When I was still in Colorado, I'd go for drives to relax. Didn't have a destination, just so relaxing. That one, I've never done that, Shy. You know, I guess it goes back to everything that I do I feel like everything I do at this point has to be for a purpose or like some means to an end. You know? I've never gone for a drive just to go for a drive. I'd be in the back of my head like, what am I doing? I could be doing X, Y, and Z. Why am I burning gas? Blah, blah, blah. I swear that'll go through my head. Hey, Kristen. Welcome to the stream. We're having a great time. We're having a great time pooping this Ettin's pants. We'll have to come back with some dry brushing, though. Let's chalk it up to coming back with dry brushing. We'll fix it in post. Yeah, the gas is the reason I'd never do that. Yeah, it's tough. It's true. It's true. It's true. Oh, but you have a hybrid now. Do I like all... No, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, Cam. You got this. I do have to come back for gray. To be fair, I think it's more of a Western thing. Interesting. When you say Western thing, I immediately think of like LA, and I don't know if people drive for fun there. I have a brush for this. What's this one? The Citadel starter brush. Yeah, that's the tip I'm looking for. Give me the Rhinox hide. Yeah, maybe not LA. Yeah, I know what you mean, Shay. Colorado's fun to drive through. I've driven through it once. Cross country trip, sophomore year of high school with my family. In the summer, 2 weeks. Big old 2000 Ford Windstar, which I ended up later driving in high school. Kristen, you might remember that. Driving everybody to Friendlies. And then somebody's parents snitching on me because I only had my permit and I couldn't have more than one other person in the car. Whatever. But anyway, cross country trip. Yep. We drove up the Rockies, and I remember my dad was like, he was driving up the Rockies, you know, those tight roads up the, and he's got this heights thing, and like you could just see him just visibly shaken going up those roads, man. Yeah, Friendlies. I miss Friendlies. I always got the Monster Mash. Who didn't get the Monster Mash? Didn't they also have that like 12 scoop thing meant for like a small crowd, or it was like 30 scoops? Puppy cam. Yes, Kristen, we got the puppy cam. There's Toki. Just passed out. I'm trying to build a brand and an audience, and I think that the dog is the way to do it. Mountain runs their own challenge, yeah. Monster Mash was great. Mint chocolate chip ice cream. I would just eat that. Well, my favorite ice cream now, when I get it, which is very rare. I'm not really a dessert person. I'd rather just have more mashed potatoes. But my favorite ice cream right now is Panda Paws. No, actually, that's not true. Panda Paws is usually what I see and get. But my favorite ice cream is the piece of cake ice cream with like the real yellow cake chunks. A lot of places don't really have that one. And we might have overdone that braid there. Panda Paws. Did I say Panda Paws? Yeah, Panda Paws. It's like, how do you describe Panda Paws? Vanilla with chocolate chips, but also like Reese's peanut butter cups, but they're in the shape of little paws. Nailed it. Oh, this is where this playlist gets weird, by the way. It's like eerie, and then you just hear like boo-doo-doo. Man, there are some strands here that we really got to try and grab. Can't be impatient here. Otherwise, I'll find myself going back and forth between brown, gray, trying to get it right. I could only ever find Panda Paws at Wegmans. Kristen, that's got to be it then. Because I moved back here, and I went to Wegmans. Sorry, Publix, but you will never be as good as Wegmans. Ever. I'd even go to Tops over Publix, to be honest. Oh, boy. But, yeah, Panda Paws, see it at Wegmans, and I'm like, yeah, I remember this is delicious. I thought it was like a burned... Is it a burned dairy? What is the brand? I can't handle this. I'm going to reset the song. Oh, somewhere turn it down. Just right here. We reset the music and turned it down. Just a smidge. I don't know what I want to do with this hair, to be honest, and I know that this is going to... External. And I know that this is going to dry, so it's going to be hard to kind of blend stuff into it, but whatever. Let's just see. Let's just see. It's just like, I'm not sure how I want to... The brown is too different from the gray skin, and if I don't do something with it, As is, it's not great. So I don't have to use this brush anymore for the back of the hair. There's a lot of surface area. Perry's. Yeah, I think it's Perry's. Yeah, pub subs. I would only get the chicken tender one. Our chicken tender subs on sale.com. Is that it? I would really only get oh my god. All right. Bye-bye. All of my my Twitch, my Twitter, my YouTube up top. But I didn't even like it that much. I think I was peer pressured. My favorite sandwich place in Florida that I miss dearly was Las Spadas. Las Spadas, where they literally throw the sandwich meat like... Oh, I need to wash this. They literally throw the sandwich meat to each other. Yeah, unplug. Unplug. But that one image file with the @Rook's table, I need that. It's too big to bring over off the external. It's probably like a whole... Couldn't even tell you. Yeah, Las Spadas is king. I miss that place. Places that I miss, restaurants in Florida. Judge me all you want. Here we go. Number one. Flanagan's. Flanagan's. And I'll tell you why. Because I did a lot of Habitat for Humanity for years with them. And every Saturday, after Habitat was over, we had a squad. A squad of me and my wife and probably 6 women in their 50s and maybe a couple guys our age and then some dudes that are like retired. We roll up to the Flanagans and we sit at the bar. Like, they clear half the bar. They know we're coming that Saturday. It's the one off of Pompano. It's the one in Pompano. Off of Commercial, if you go far enough. No, it's farther north. I don't remember. I can't remember anymore. But we ran that bar on a Saturday from noon to 4. Oh, my God. Back when there were no babies and we could just get as hammered as we want. So fun. My wife and I would always split 20 wings, and we'd get a basket of fries. I think once for beer and nothing else, the Joe's Pale Ale at Flanagan's. Crush it. All right, gotta catch up on my chat. You're garbage. There's also VNS too. I don't know VNS. I don't know what that. You know there aren't any Jimmy Johns here. I do miss Jimmy Johns. That one was fine. Utter trash. Yeah. Yep. It's true. I am actually garbage. Yep. Yeah, you don't have any opinions, huh? After you just like berated me. All right, so number 1 was Flanagan's. I know, I got you, Ian. Number 1 was Flanagan's. Number 2 is Las Spadas. All right, Las Spadas throw the sandwich meat to each other across the room. Fantastic stuff. Great work. Well done. Las Spadas. Okay, number 3. Somebody clipping this? I've never been clipped before. I don't want to start. Number 3 is there's a place in like Coral Gables-ish region. All right, we're talking way south, called Havana Harry's. And that place is bomb diggity. Because, oh no, I just painted that guy's face with brown. The place is the bomb diggity because it's like super Cuban. And they just load you with portions. Like $7.99 for like a chicken, rice, and bean dish or something, and like you're going home with stuff for like the next 6 days. Yeah, look up Havana Harry's and definitely go there sometime. You guys are in Deerfield. Oh, that's a freaking drive. The only reason we know about it is because my cousin went to law school at FIU. Briefly, he was down there when we were down there, so we would meet up. His wife was at Barry doing, I think, like clinical psychology. So we'd meet up, and Havana Harry's, they took us there, and we were like, wow, can we come here all the time? Of course it was a drive, though. Here we go. Big money. I've been on this hair forever. This is where... Zowl! The paint just opened by itself, really? You pop in for that? To say that? Why you want to freak me out? Oh my god. Oh wow, this place looks really good. Yeah. Go there. You and Ian are like, you guys know restaurants, man. Go there. It seems like it's like one of those places where it's like one, it's like you can tell it's got like the one big family, but like it's huge. Like it's just so notoriously big now. Like people come from everywhere to, I feel like it was a place where it used to be like a hole in the wall, and then they just like exploded because they were so good and their portions are great and all that. So how do I? This might be a work in progress piece. This is a long one. I'm not going to stop anytime soon, but I don't want to put unrealistic expectations. Should have this done by Tuesday. For Show Your Work Tuesday. There's a lid open under your left hand. Can't make me hunger if I'm already food. That's true. Shoot the paint with a gun. Yeah, Havana Harry's. Drive there. Another place. When my cousin and his wife were down there that we went to. First time I went to a Vietnamese place. And had pho. It was like a place in Miami Gardens. Nothing too special. And I didn't. Oh man, we got our bot. 5 followers. Oh, that's enticing. No, how do I van you? Right click? Click? Add friend. Got banned. Shoot. Vietnamese food. Never had it. Had it a couple years ago. Went to a place in Miami Gardens. Nothing fancy. Hole in the wall for some pho. And let me tell you something. I did not like it. It was not great. I just didn't. It wasn't into it. You know what I did love though? Was the Vietnamese coffee. It's this thing they like put in some sort of like canister that makes it in front of you. And I had never felt more anxious after drinking that. But like, whoo, that was crazy. Like Cafe Bustelo, move over. This thing was gnarly. And when I was in office, I had a cup of coffee down before I got to the office, and then poured a cup when I got in. Then I poured a cup at 2 o'clock. Then somebody came around at 4 o'clock with a espresso shot of Cafe Bustelo. All right, that was my lifestyle. Now I drink 1 cup of coffee, sometimes 2 if I remember, but I usually just make it and then leave it on the thing for hours. So, I would like to consider myself like an unhealthy coffee drinker when I tried that, and that was scary. Oh boy. This is actually not, it's not, so, okay, on camera it looks like a mess. See, can we focus? Hello? Oh. Getting there. Man, the situation downstairs looks a little gross. You want my grilled chicken on the side? So good. Okay. I'm going to take a drink, actually. I have 5 people watching this. Oh my god, guys, I'm like practically affiliate. No, actually, I think I need like, I don't know, what do you need to be affiliate? Like, you gotta stream like 7 times? That alone? Oh, I don't know. That's crazy. 7 times and you need like a consistent 3 people watching or something. Is this dry already? Oh, nope, we're good. So hard to get coffee. Yeah, Shy, I get you there. It is tough. I will... I'm actually... something that I started drinking... Every time I can... There's a cafe that's walking distance to us. It's like local that will do it. We can't do it because we don't have a milk steamer, but the London Fog, I recommend. I love that. The London Fog is an Earl Grey tea with steamed milk. First time I had it was in Boston. But yeah, one time, I think a couple years ago, it was the 3 cups and an espresso shot of cafe phase or days. I was like, this doesn't seem like really healthy for me. Like, okay, so I will not drink Rockstar or Monster or anything like that. Like, I'll have one of those maybe every 6 months, and it's because of something. Like, I'm staying up, or I have to stay up, or I got to get up like at 3 a.m. to go to the airport or something like that. No, actually, no, that's not, I won't have a Monster or Rockstar or like early in the morning. If I'm having one, it's like I'm at Versus, and it's like 10 o'clock, and I like have to go home and then do stuff after, like work. But yeah, one week, a couple years ago, where I was drinking a lot of coffee, I was like, could I stop if I wanted to? And so then I went a week without coffee just to see if I could. I could. So that's good. Yes, you love the London Fog, yeah. London Fog is cool. Super cool. Best London Fog I've had is in Idaho Springs. Little tiny mountain town with the most quaint tea house. I'm picturing that. I love that scenery. Just that thought. Colorado is cool. Colorado is one of the states where it's like the most non-America state. You know, you can show me a picture of a place in Colorado, and I'll be like, where is this like enchanting land? Certainly not where I live, right? Although I guess I could do that with some places in New York. There are a lot of like nice waterfalls here. Obviously, I'm really close to Niagara. The only time I have energy drinks is Red Bull, working events, because you need it, and it's free. Hell yeah. The people handing out the Red Bull. Are those gauges? Jesus. There's so much detail on this one. And I'm just trying to like get around the arms here. Is Doggy moved? Never touch Red Bull again. That last TGL. I know what that is. It's an event, right? Yeah, I haven't had a Red Bull in a while. Red Bull was the one where I had it and I had to stop and be like, feel my heartbeat. Like the Vietnamese coffee. But the Vietnamese coffee was like a fun one. The Red Bull was like, I feel gross. I put chemicals in me. Anytime I'll get one of those, it's a Rockstar because they're dirt cheap. But it's always like a 0-calorie one. Not that that matters. I know you're still putting all this other crap in you. I did try a Bang Energy, and it was all right. You know how drinks usually have flavors like strawberry or banana or kiwi? Bang Energy has blue sparkle or whatever they called it, and that was tasty. Trail Gaming League events aren't running anymore. First big gig. Oh, cool. Trail Gaming, that's a cool one. I like that. I like that name. Yeah, I'm talking to my local game store. I'm trying to get them to I'm trying to convince them to let me produce for them. Just because I got bit and I want to do it some more. I got a great email back from him about a potential reoccurring painting show I want to do on Tuesdays called Show Your Work Tuesday, because a lot of community members do a Facebook post every Tuesday where they submit pictures of what they're working on. We could go over it on stream. It's a great idea. Great idea. Thanks, me. And then I also have talked to him about setting up to run a stream for Magic and Digimon Shy. I talked to you a little bit about that one, but he actually got back to me and was like, well, he was all for the painting setup and the stream setup for painting in store. And then he wanted us to connect in July about the next thing, because he just wants to see the events kick back off without anything burning down or falling apart or Oh gosh. My favorite flavor of drink is juiced glitter. Do they serve that at Chippendales? They hosted monthlies in one major, drank like 7 Red Bulls in a major weekend. I'm like, oh my god, that sounds awful. How are you still here with us today? Oh no, that sounds like the one time my boss brought me to work in the morning. He opted to convince me to take 2 of the 5-hour energy things. Ooh, I haven't had a 5-hour energy since a show in college. It was it was one of the musicals, and I remember it was like no, it was before that. I was in high school. It was at the Clemens Center in Elmira, named after Samuel Clemens. Mark Twain, fun fact, born in Elmira, New York, very close to my hometown. And what did we do a production of? We did a production of something. I was a theater kid in high school. And I did 5-hour energy, bro. I did 5-hour energy. It was so cool. I was like, whoa. Yeah, it was weird. It was like, yeah. Initially it was like, whoa, but then I can't tell if it actually did anything for me. Yeah, I hope so too, Shy. Be cool. These guys have mustaches? It's hard to tell. I got the I got the reference image. They do. Let's go around their mouth. Their mouth. I think I need more Rhinox hide on the palette. Palette's starting to dry out. All right, mustaches. All right, mustache. Oh, those are little chompers. Those aren't mustache. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, oh gosh. Okay, this guy looks like he's freaking smiling. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be hit or miss. Yeah, it's not too bad though. Just trying to see where else I can put this Rhinox hide. Let's put it down this strap here. Ooh, what time is it? 11:17. Oh my god, I got to do call calibration tomorrow. I still haven't even listened to those. It's just Eric this week, so I'm sure he's fine. He should be fine. Thanks for stopping by, Shy. I will see you tomorrow. Will I be posting the finish? Yes. Yes, I will if I do finish tonight. Otherwise, it might be a work in progress piece. It'll be on Instagram.com/RookMinis. Look at it and so that Ian cannot. Because he is banned, according to, as is the word of Instagram. I can only imagine why Ian is banned from Instagram. I just realized that paint's called Heavy Sun Tone. I've been reading them all wrong. I thought it was Heavy Serotonin. Followed by Tush Wash, Chad Flush with white, off-white, and tan. You're actually kind of still off. Heavy Skin Tone, Flesh Wash, Chad Flush, Dead Flesh, Bone White, Off-White, and Tan. I haven't used Tan, actually. One day I'll find out why. But, oh, you don't even know. Oh, okay. I thought it was like the incident we don't talk about. The artwork was too extreme. Instagram had to take action immediately to avoid any future casualties. Let's paint some clubs. We got some clubs? Paint some clubs. This, I think that it's time, guys. I think it's time to... can this focus here? I think it's time to say goodbye to this brush, to be honest. Good thing I bought two others just like it. Actually, no, I'm going to use the monster. I'm going to use the monster. This one's beautiful. And, yeah, this one's beautiful. Let's do some clurbs. Let's go to the club. Get right in my brown. This one looks like it might be kind of gray after the handle. It's like a rock. Is it a rock? Okay. Smear that gross tan everywhere. Let's get some of that red in there too, but what color do we want this like rock piece to be? I'd say let's do it a bone white, and then we will get the red carnage. Bone white. Get the monster here. That's a little thick. Probably should thin it with the palette. There, it's harder to see in this light, but all right, let's see how this let's see how the black red comes in to the weaponry to kind of get a little bloody feature. And what brush? Let's use this one. Black red. Oh, duh. It's still on the palette. Jeez, you rookie. Come on. Still wet. All right. I want to be careful here. I don't want it too red, but the red's gonna... It's going to be very subtle here. But then here's where the magic is, right? We get a little bit of it here. And we... start... Maybe there's a big splash right here. Right here. Better right here. Okay. And now let's touch the black-red on that one. And we should be good. Going back to gray, and we are just going to fill in some of these small gaps. You know what the problem is here with this skin is that I did not establish a foundational color. I mixed 3 consistently. So when it comes to filling in the gaps with a flat color, they all look not perfect. So that's a good takeaway. It is a good takeaway for the next one. Because with the red slad, I landed on the black-red being the main color. And then came in with light reds and greens and purples even. The purple worked really well. I was very surprised. Yeah, it's like a doggo. Here we go. Yeah, this thing is bloodied. This thing is dirtied up. Oh no, the dog is left? Toki, you don't leave. Where are you going? He's going to get water. A dog returns. Okay. So we'll go into leather brown for this bag. This brush is probably my favorite brush. I didn't realize how much I like this brush. It's like, it's large, but it is in charge. The Wargamer Monster. It's like, it's just very, the bristles are very long, they stay together well. Ooh, it's going to be 3 hours of stream soon. Ooh, and do I want to... I should cut it off before... I don't have to wake up with the baby tomorrow. Oh, no, but we have an early appointment. I'm going to keep going. Oh, I got to do the call calibration. I still have work to do tonight. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. I should set an alarm on my phone for the work, though. All right. Okay. Let's do bone white for these skulls. Or even an off... Let's do an off-white. Let's get it pretty bright. Just off-white. Notice that some of these lighter pigments are chonkier. We just tell them to go over here and get thinned out. Why do these things always like have the desire to have like skulls attached to their hip? Is it like a trophy thing? Yeah, we're getting the mustache off that one. Just doesn't look right in my eyes here. Let's do a little fun embellishment on the little braid things. Give me the vermilion. Let's do some bright stuff. See how this looks. And then yes, I will get out an entire Citadel color for that other baby braid. Actually, what do you guys think? Macragge blue? Xanthar blue. Do I want a brighter blue or darker blue? I think I'm going to go with this one. Play it safe with the... Because dark is light, okay? Dark is bright, kind of. Does that make sense? And I'm just going to take some right off the top here. Just going on the other guy's braid. That's really it. Just right there. It's not looking bad. I don't like how in the camera it well now kind of it looks a little cartoony with the red and blue. And we got that bright over there. You know what I don't like is why in the camera the beard looks like I just poured brown paint all over it and it's spilled everywhere, because it doesn't in person it doesn't look that way. Maybe some of the ends of those dreads need to be a little snappier, be a little cleaned up, tightened up. Yeah, actually, those look how I want them. It's just, oh, that braid actually goes way further down. I also want to touch up the head. Okay. 4 people still hanging in there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It's a good time. Oh, right. Before I forget, let me set my alarm for work doing 11:43. You can do this. You can do this. Let's set it for 12:30. 12:30 a.m. for Friday. 47 minutes from now. We're going on 3 hours. Yeah, we'll wrap this up by then. What's the mouth gonna be? The mouth can be... I think the mouths will have to be a bone white as well. The bone white, because it can't be. They can't be like shiny white teeth, you know. But I don't want them to be like orange. Oh, we could mix a little orange in there. You know what I'm thinking? All right, here we go. Parasite brown. It's just an orange. It's really just an orange. Parasite brown. This one really is watery. Okay, got some of the brown in there. Give me this bone white and a little bit of this off white. A little wet right there. This is looking good. This is looking pretty good. What does that look like, the zoomed up cam? Oh, we had it for a second. There's a lot in the background. I think I gotta switch my matte. I think I should paint on just like a black over a black matte. I have one. Come on. You know you want to focus on me. I swear to God, half of my VODs are like, come on, focus. Hello? What about this close? No? Hey, he's smiling. It looks like he's smiling. Yeah, he does look like he's smiling. I think that I painted that into a smile a little bit. Let's... A little bit of the brown back over the lip there will do it. We haven't even done the base. I like, you know what I want to do with the base? I'll do the same thing that I did with the base of the red slab. Let's do some greens. Give me, yeah, and actually the refractive green here. That's the one I want. The refractive green. Across 3 hours. Congratulations, viewers. This is the 3rd hour. Yeah, a little swampy green here. Oh, actually, that's a little dark. That's a little light. That's a little light. Here, hold on. Put this everywhere. Really put this everywhere. But this is too light. Hurry, hurry, while it's still wet. Give me... This is a black. That's a black wash. This is a black. Okay. Okay. Give me a smidge of that black. Black green. Jund. Music's getting creepy again. I should fix that. I need a little more black. Run out of paper towel here. Oh, I don't want to use this brush to wreck this base too much because I like it and I don't want to see it fall apart. Let's switch back to Ratty Brush. And let's put a little more green on it. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good ground. We can get a little more black in there. Is this clean? Let's work a little more black in there. Chris, hosting the stream with 1 viewer. Thank you so much, dude. That is the very first raid I have ever freaking had. That is so cool. Thanks, man. I'm glad to know that's working. The follower thing wasn't working the other day, but it seems like they're all working now. Also, I didn't expect a raid, otherwise I would have changed from the zombie thing. Welcome back, dude. Hopped off to do some streaming. What was tonight? What's your schedule? Was tonight Destiny 2? Damn, I haven't played that game since 2018 when it came out. October 2018, right? Something like that. Just finished Final Fantasy 14. Yes. Final Fantasy 14. Tried that. It was June 2019. I leveled to level 40 woodworker. I was the wood guy because I play WoW so much. So, you know, when I tried FF14, I was like, I'm going to be... You're telling me you can be a class that professions people to death? Yes, I'm going to do that. I am not going to be a warrior or a magic man. I am going to build cabinets and crap, and I'm going to... What is it? You got to do the... You can't break it, but you can refine it, and it's like you're fighting the cabinet you're making. That's freaking hilarious. It was fun when I played it. I never really got into like super... I never got into Final Fantasy, and I honestly haven't played one ever. I have not played a Final Fantasy. I was Nintendo. I was Nintendo as a kid. So I would play 7, of course, but... And I'd play 10 just because of the laughing scene. Other than that, Final Fantasy 14, I get it. Everyone that's like... It's like if... God, I don't know. Any other... It's like if Halo had an MMO all of a sudden, you know? That'd be weird. But you know what I mean. Yeah, WoW is where I'm at. I am currently on hiatus with that game. We cleared the heroic tier for Shadowlands. That was like March. So I just stopped my sub. We did the achievement run, all good. And now next tier, jeez, they focus so much on getting Burning Crusade Classic out. It looks like the next patch and then that next tier of rating isn't going to be till like August. So I'm just chilling with no sub right now. It's been nice because I'm just freed up to kind of do some other stuff like this, like painting, like the painting. Debating about getting back into WoW. It's fun, man. I am a product of the sunk cost fallacy because I started playing in Burning Crusade and I have put so much time and effort into the character that I feel like I should keep going. There was a good 5-year period where I didn't play, and I thought that I was done. I remember there was literally a day where I was like, if something happened to Blizzard and all my characters got deleted, I'd be okay. And then I got back into it, of course. I actually switched characters. I played a human mage in the very beginning, Burning Crusade. Then when I found my group, I had a couple friends local that played. Of course, they were hordes, so I switched to Blood Elf Mage because I got to get that 1% crit. Got to get the 1% crit. You got to min-max. And then Blood Elf Mage, I played through Legion. Legion was one of the best expansions, and I actually had a raiding group with. That was fun. And then Shadowlands came along, and Mage just wasn't clicking with me. So I played Hunter. And Hunter is brain dead and easy and pretty fun. So that's that. But anyway, yeah. I would stick with just one MMO though. If you're digging Final Fantasy, then go for it. There's like some new expansion that just came out or something, right? And everyone is like cumming their pants over that game. That's a good game. It's a good game. Stick with it. You know what I miss that I played when it came out? Star Wars The Old Republic. Alright, I have the founder title because I bought that game physically. 2011. Winter 2011? Shadowbringer's a new DLC, yeah. Seems cool. Seems cool. All right, so we just got the base with like a... You can see the black. You could really... Oh, the camera actually really shows you the black tone there. We got a black and green. And now what I'm going to do is let's do a little highlighting. A little highlighting. New one coming November, Endwalker. We going to the moon? What? Once you get the color pops, yeah, it's true. This is almost looking like something out of Banjo-Kazooie. Just because you see like the random like bright red and blue in there. And so let's get some of this black-green. And I'm going to take most of it off the brush. And let's just run it across. It's just it's such a deeper color, so you know, see like big difference. Okay. And now we're going to make some magic happen across the base. How does that look? The camera is honest. This camera tells me where the gray spots are. You see that? See that over there? Yeah. The camera is honest. I love the camera for its honesty. So I can plug these little spots before I try and tackle the next color. Okay. Can even have some of this green kind of spill onto the feet because it could be muddy, you know? That's the best part. Like I keep saying, best part about the monsters is you're not painting this crazy pristine armor fresh off the rack. This guy's filthy. It just inspires a lot of mistakes. That's why Wizkids that's why they're doing like all their paint night kits for beginners are these big monsters. Because you can just like bumble your brush all over it and it's going to be all right. It's okay. That's looking better. Let's go to our Park Green flat. I'm off, man. I gotta be up early. Talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, Chris, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the raid. Solid. I will talk to you tomorrow. I too have things that I need to do tonight still. But we are chilling. We're chilling hard. We might actually be able to finish this. 12:03. I have my alarm set for 12:30 to do work. And then I got to get up at like 7. That's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Park Green flat. Let's highlight our base. If you need graphics and stuff done, I got you. Ooh, okay. We'll talk. I already paid $30 for this generic overlay stuff, but we talk. All right, Park Green flat. Take most of it off the brush and just rush it right across. Let the brush find all the spots. Let the brush find all the little bumps. Brush will find all the bumps. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. And just like that, we have some depth. See how it? Yeah, that's actually really nice. Dang, you can still see those little gray spots in there, though. It's sometimes it's really hard to get them all, but you can see how that green just kind of it found all the spots, and there you go. Also, for those of you that are interested in doing this yourself, there's also something that I recommend. You got the we got some of the summer undergrowth here. I could actually put this on him. I might do that later. I won't do that here on stream because, you know, I like to show kind of the base highlighting. It's one of the things where I almost look like a real competent mini painter when I do the base highlighting because it's really easy. That looks good with your logo and stuff. Yeah, man, they're all WebMs or whatever, and I changed a couple of them in Photoshop, but the others are like, I don't know how to use Photoshop. I don't know how to use it that well. All right. Yeah, this I painted this face brown. Okay, so now what are we doing? We are gonna go back with some highlights in the hair and stuff. And then we'll throw a dark tone on it, you know. Let's wash it. Let's see how that does. Let's see what that do. Yeah, so leather brown. Let's do the foot wraps. Foot wraps are a little flat. The butt is beautiful. Look at that badonker. The booty on this man. Which one? Leather brown. Leather brown. Oh, bumped the camera. Leather brown. So, same thing, similar to base. Grab some leather brown. And take most of it off the brush. And don't embarrass yourself on camera. Just like little touches. See, you see, it looks like there's a lot on there in that light, but it just rubs right in there. You just work it right in. You can do a little better on the front too. Almost gives it like a little bit of gold. Okay. Now, this next part is tough. This next part's tough, but I want to do some white highlights kind of on the body and in the braids. But I haven't done this enough to know where is good completely, you know. There's some spots where I figure it, you know. And if this was like Space Marine or some sort of adventure with armor, obviously a good place you can't go wrong to put highlights is kind of like, you know, along the outlines of the armor. So this is really, really thick. Let's bring it down here and thin it a little. This is the off-white. These are all from Vallejo. And this is way too loaded, this brush. But like, no, it's still way too loaded. Like, I almost have to wash it, yeah. Let's wash it. We'll see, it's a little too much white on the hair there, so let's get a dry brush and let's just work it. Yeah, maybe a little overdone it. Let's grab the brown back. Yeah. See that? Just a little bit. I think, oh, right, I want to do a couple more highlights on the Bailey. On the Bailey. Grab this. Grab the soft white. And what if we just kind of come up here? Come down this peck here. Here's the light source right here. Very subtle. See? And let's do this bicep. Let's grab this thigh. Yeah. Buns and ties. I'm going to wash Just the face. Just to see if it can kind of fill the shadow and get some eyes in there. Oh boy, this one looks a little painted. This one looks a little painted on. Yeah. Do I want to wash the whole thing? It's always the part where I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to black wash or dark wash. Yeah, let's do it. Black wash. So for those of you that don't know what a wash is not really a paint. It's just something you kind of put over it, and it's very liquid, and it just finds the natural shadow of the model. Settles in to all the nooks and crannies. So say hello and goodbye to this guy, because we are going to wash him. Yeah, so this is going to be a lot darker. We're going to see like those back spots much darker, but you can totally, I'd say you can ruin a model by washing. Let's ooh, too much, too much. Yeah, it turned out pretty well. Much darker, look at that. What's going on with this arm? I do like what it does to the back, though. You can see all that natural shadow. Some people legit dip models in this, which I have not tried that before, and I don't think I recommend it. Okay. Couple touch-ups. My fingers rubbed off some of the base. Easy fix. There's a little bit of gray that needs to go here around the hair. I'm going to try just a tad more of that black wash right in the eyes, see if we can't get that shadow. You see there's some, but also I don't know what's going on with these. The mouths are too bright. Well, in person they look fine. I think maybe I just got to dirty them a little. Is this the leather brown? You know what? Give me a little bit of the red. Darkened it down just a little bit. Yeah, we'll keep it there. All right, Ian, thanks for sticking around till 12:30. You are welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I think we're going to call this done. We're going to call this done. That's the Ettin. Can I dab the black wash in the eyes here? Yeah. Okay. That's so focus. There we go. Yeah, we'll call this done. I'm pretty happy with the skin tones. Base looks good. The braids on camera look a little messy, like they could be tighter, but I think they look all right. They look pretty good there. All right, that's finished product. That's the Ettin. Finished product as I pick up the brush. No, I'm done. I promise. I'm done. I promise. Those mouths look nasty. I cannot in good faith walk away with those mouths. Man. There's just got to be something we can do for these mouths. Looks a little better. Just applying the off-white. Okay. Stop playing with it. It'll be fine. There it is. Okay. I'm exhausted. I got stuff to do. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope everybody had a fantastic time. We got some good stuff done today. All right. We got Speed Duel deck profile. That was at the beginning. Speed Duel crew. Speed Duel crowd showed up, hung out, good time, poked fun at each other, and then we painted.